Welcome to Meghan and Harry Tales, where we dive into the untold stories, hidden truths, and captivating narratives surrounding the royal family. Today, we're shining a spotlight on an eye-opening investigation by The Guardian, a series called Cost of the Crown. This series peels back the layers of secrecy around the royal family's wealth, public expenditures, and the shocking lack of transparency. From the staggering costs of King Charles III's coronation to the guarded financial dealings of working royals. This investigation challenges everything we've been led to believe about accountability in the monarchy. The crown rests heavy, it is said, but upon whose head does its true weight fall? As citizens, as subjects, we must ask, how much does the monarchy truly cost us? Transparency, that vital pillar of a functioning democracy, demands an answer. We deserve to know how our money is spent, even on the pomp and ceremony that surrounds the throne. For too long, the financial dealings of the monarchy have remained shrouded in a veil of secrecy, hidden from the very people who fund it. This lack of openness erodes trust and raises concerns about accountability. The time has come to shed light on the financial realities of the monarchy. We must move beyond vague pronouncements and carefully curated glimpses into royal expenditures. What is needed is a comprehensive and honest accounting of the true cost of the crown, one that encompasses not only the grandeur, but also the everyday expenses that keep the institution afloat. Only then can we have an informed and meaningful discussion about the role and relevance of the monarchy in the 21st century. The recent coronation of King Charles III was a spectacle of tradition and grandeur. The world watched as he was crowned, a symbol of continuity in a rapidly changing world. Yet, amidst the dazzling jewels and the ancient rituals, a crucial question lingered. How much did this lavish ceremony cost the British taxpayer? The government, citing security concerns, has been remarkably tight-lipped about the true cost of the event. This lack of transparency is unacceptable. Estimates from independent sources suggest a staggering sum, potentially exceeding that of Queen Elizabeth II's coronation in 1953, even after accounting for inflation. While the economic benefits of such events are often touted, the lack of a clear and detailed breakdown of expenses makes it impossible to assess the actual financial impact. The public deserves to know how their money was spent, down to the last penny. Without this vital information, the coronation risks being remembered not just for its splendor, but also for its opacity. King Charles III, unlike his predecessors, has spoken of his desire for a slimmed-down monarchy. But what does this mean in practice, especially when it comes to his own personal finances? The Duchy of Lancaster, a vast portfolio of land and assets, provides the sovereign with a private income. The exact amount remains shrouded in secrecy, fueling speculation and raising questions about potential conflicts of interest. While the king voluntarily pays income tax, the rate he pays is a matter of private agreement with the government. This lack of transparency is deeply troubling. In an era of increasing economic inequality, it is more important than ever for those in positions of power, even hereditary ones, to be financially transparent. A clear and public accounting of the sovereign's income and tax contributions would go a long way in demonstrating a commitment to fairness and accountability. The royal family comprises a select group of working royals who carry out official duties on behalf of the crown. These individuals, such as the Prince and Princess of Wales, undertake engagements, patronise charities, and represent the United Kingdom on the world stage. While their contributions to national life are undeniable, the financial arrangements that underpin their work are surprisingly opaque. The sovereign grant, funded by taxpayers, covers the official expenses of the monarchy, including the costs associated with working royals. However, the specific allocation of these funds and the remuneration received by individual royals remain unclear. This lack of transparency makes it difficult to assess the true cost of their work and raises concerns about potential disparities in compensation. A more open approach to royal finances would allow for a more informed and nuanced understanding of the financial realities of being a working royal. Section 5. Palaces and Privilege. The burden of non-working royals. The splendour of royal residences like Buckingham Palace and Windsor Castle is undeniable. These grand estates are not only steeped in history, but also serve as symbols of the monarchy itself. Yet, alongside the working royals, these palaces also house a number of non-working royals, those who do not undertake official duties on behalf of the crown. Their presence raises questions about the cost of maintaining these lavish properties and the extent to which taxpayers are subsidising a lifestyle of privilege. Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, for example, do not undertake official engagements but have resided in royal residences. While their individual living arrangements may have changed, their past occupancy highlights a broader issue: the lack of transparency surrounding the cost of housing non-working royals. The public deserves to know who lives in these publicly funded palaces and how their living expenses are being met. Without this information, the perception of royal privilege and entitlement will only continue to grow. Section 6. Veiled in secrecy, the hidden costs of royal protection. Security is paramount for any head of state, and the British royal family is no exception. The Metropolitan Police Service provides round-the-clock protection for the royal family, ensuring their safety and that of the public during engagements. While the need for security is undeniable, the cost of this protection is shrouded in secrecy. Unlike other countries where security costs for heads of state are publicly disclosed, the United Kingdom operates under a veil of secrecy. This lack of transparency makes it impossible to assess the true cost of royal protection and compare it to other nations. Furthermore, it prevents any meaningful discussion about the allocation of resources and whether the current level of security is both necessary and cost-effective. Section 7. Echoes of opacity, a legacy of financial concealment. The lack of financial transparency surrounding the monarchy is not a recent phenomenon. It is deeply ingrained in the institution's history. During the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, a little-known parliamentary procedure known as crown consent allowed the Queen to privately veto laws that could potentially impact her personal wealth and the interests of the Crown. This power, exercised in secret, raises serious concerns about accountability and the balance of power. While the use of crown consent has been defended as a necessary safeguard for the monarchy's interests, its opaque nature undermines public trust. The fact that such a significant power could be wielded in secret without public scrutiny is antithetical to the principles of transparency and accountability that should underpin a modern democracy. Section 8. A monarchy for the modern age. The call for openness. The monarchy stands at a crossroads. To thrive in the 21st century, it must embrace the values of transparency and accountability. The days of secrecy and obfuscation are over. The public deserves a clear and honest accounting of how their money is being spent, from the cost of a coronation to the upkeep of royal palaces. This is not about dismantling the monarchy, but about ensuring its continued relevance and legitimacy in a changing world. Transparency fosters trust, and trust is the foundation upon which any successful relationship, be it between a monarch and their subjects or a government and its citizens, must be built. The time has come for the monarchy to step out of the shadows and into the light of openness and accountability. Only then can it truly hope to secure its place in the hearts and minds of the people it serves. If the monarchy is to remain relevant in a modern democracy, this lack of transparency must be addressed. What do you think? Should the royal family be more open about their finances? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Meghan and Harry Tales. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more insightful takes on the royal family. We'll see you in the next episode.